Since Thursday, we've had 13 shootings and 7 homicides.
A spat of violence bucking the trend of decreasing violence so far this year in the city. And one of those murder victims this weekend, a 65-year-old grandmother who was just sitting on her porch.
WMAR 2 News' Brian Kubler spoke with neighbors and the police commissioner, who says this is simply, of course, unacceptable. Brian.
Jamie, Commissioner Darrell D'Souza has made a habit of popping up on scenes after seeing the type of violence we saw this weekend. Today, issuing a warning to these trigger pullers, though, the police are coming. If the first quarter in Baltimore was celebrated for its reductions in violent crime, the beginning of the second sees a sobering spate. Since Thursday, 13 shootings and 7 killings. Miss Whitehead says you can crunch those numbers all you want. All she knows is her 65-year-old neighbor, grandmother Pinky Louise Ruffin, was shot and killed sitting on her porch in southwest Baltimore.
Yeah, we used to sit out till it got dark and then we would go in. You know, it was now you don't even want to let your kids come out and play, and that's terrible.
Because this street, lined with cherry blossoms, used to be immune. A pocket neighborhood just south of Edmondson Avenue on the city's southwest side is filled with senior citizens, mostly, an almost earned serenity Commissioner D'Souza made sure he respected when he saw Miss Whitehead at her door today.
Something not right.
Something's missing.
Yeah.
The commissioner explained how her 65-year-old neighbor was not the target of the shooting Saturday night. It was 22-year-old Marquise Patterson. Still, 2 people are dead, and the commissioner told us his people know who pulled the triggers.
It's unacceptable. The level of violence we saw this weekend is unacceptable. But I would say this, Brian, is that we know it's not random. It's very direct. We know the main players, the main participants, the combatants. We know who they are.
And after a weekend of emergency meetings and setting immediate deployments for the next 48 hours, the commissioner said they're coming for them. But no matter how quickly they're caught, folks like Miss Whitehead are still left in the wake of this violent act. Despair, challenging determination.
There's nothing that man can do. These people don't respect him, their parents. You know, I feel sorry for him and anybody else to get that position, because these people are possessed by Satan.
Like always, if you know anything about any of these homicides or shootings, you're urged to call Crime Stoppers at 1-866-7-LOCK-UP. Meanwhile, D'Souza says he and his staff have been studying the violent outburst all weekend in order to get in front of any further retaliation.